ውድ የዝግጅታችን ተከታታዮች እንደምን ሰንብታችኋል? ይህ በየሳምንቱ ወደ እናንተ የሚቀርብ የG&B ሚኒስትሪ የቴሌቪዥን አገልግሎት ነው። ባለፉት 3 ሳምንታት በላይ የእግዚአብሔር ቃል በሚል ርዕስ ከወንድማችን ፈይሳ ወሰኑ ጋራ አብረን ግሩም የሆነ የውይይትና የምክክር የእግዚአብሔርን ቃል እንዴት እናጠናለን፣ የእግዚአብሔርን ቃል ስናጠና ምን ማድረግ አለብን፣ ለምንድነው የእግዚአብሔርን ቃል የምናጠናው፣ መቼ ነው የእግዚአብሔርን ቃል የምናጠናው የሚል በጣም ብዙ ጥልቅ የሆኑ ዕውቀቶችን ከእግዚአብሔር ቃል ከወንድማችን ጋራም ሆነን መንፈስ ቅዱስ ብዙ አስተምሮናል። በነገራችን ላይ በዚህ በተከታታይ ትምህርት በጣም ብዙ ሰዎች እንደተጠቀማችሁ በላካችሁልን መልእክቶቻችሁ ደርሶናል። እግዚአብሔር ይባርካችሁ።
ወንድም ፈይሳ እና ቤተሰቡን እግዚአብሔር ይባርክ ለማለት እንፈልጋለን። ምክንያቱም ወንድም ፈይሳ በውስጡ የተቀመጠውን የእግዚአብሔርን እውነት የቃሉን ጉልበት ሰዎች እንዲጠቀሙበትና ለብዙዎች ደግሞ መጽሐፍ ቅዱስ እንዴት እንደሚያጠኑ የገባውን እውነት ከኛ ጋር ሆኖ ይሄን ነገር ሊያካፍለን ፈቃደኛ ስለሆነ በድጋሚ እግዚአብሔር ይባርከው ማለት እንፈልጋለን። ምናልባት ይሄ ትምህርት ያመለጣችሁና ሊሰሙ ይገባቸዋል የምትሉም ሰዎች ይሄንን ክፍል ሼር እያደረጋችሁ በG&B ሚኒስትሪ ፌስቡክ እና በG&B ሚኒስትሪ ዩቲዩብ ቻናል እየገባችሁ እናንተም ደግሞ ሼር ብታደርጉ ይሄንን ስራ አብራችሁ ተሰራችሁ ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ የዚህ ስራ ተካፋዮች እንድትሆኑ በድጋሚ እናስተላልፋለን። ጌታ ይባርካችሁ።
እንግዲህ ዛሬ ወደ እናንተ ይዘንላችሁ የቀረብነው በየ2 ወሩ የሚቀርብላችሁ በልጆቻችን አዘጋጅነት የሚቀርበው የG&B Youth Ministry የእንግሊዘኛው ፕሮግራም ነው። በርግጥ ይህን የዛሬውን ፕሮግራም በይበልጥ የሚያተኩረው ሁላችሁም እንደምታውቁት በዚህ በሰሜን አሜሪካና በሌሎችም የአውሮፓ ሀገሮች እንደዚሁም በአገራችንም ከቅርብ ወራት በኋላ የትምህርት ቤቶች መከፈት ይሆናል። እዚህ ባለንበት ሀገር ትምህርት ኦሬዲ ጀምረዋል። ስለዚህ አንዳንድ ልጆቻችን ወደ ኮሌጅ የሄዱ ወደ ሃይ ስኩል የገቡ እንደዚሁም ህፃናት ሆነው ወደ መደበኛ ትምህርት የተሸጋገሩ ልጆች ይኖራሉ። ስለዚህ ይህንን በማስመልከት የተዘጋጀ ፕሮግራም ነው ይዘንላችሁ የቀረብነው።
የዛሬው ዝግጅት ሙሉን በእንግሊዘኛ የተዘጋጀ ነው። ይህንን ዝግጅት እንድትካፈሉት ከስር በሰብታይትል ወይም በአማርኛ ተደርጎ ተቀምጦላችኋል። ወላጆች ይህንን ዝግጅት እንድትከታተሉትና ልጆቻችሁም ደግሞ ሊሰሙ ይገባቸዋል የምትሏቸው እንዲሰሙ እንድታበረታቷቸው እንጠይቃችኋለን። ዝግጅቱ በጣም ጊዜ የሚወስድ ቢሆንም የተቻለውን ያህል ከስር እንድትከታተሉን ለማድረግ ሞክረናል። አብራችሁ ተከታተሉ።
እንግዲህ አስቀድመን የዛሬውን እንግዳ ብናስተዋውቃችሁ ደስ ይለናል። ዛሬ በዚህ በG&B Youth Ministry ቃለ መጠይቅ የተደረገላት የመጀመሪያ ልጃችን ሳሌም ናት። ሳሌም ብዙ ነገር እግዚአብሔር በህይወቷ ያደረገ ልጅ ናት። እንግዲህ ለኛም በጣም ብዙ አዳዲስ ነገሮችን ሰምተናል። አብረን ቃለ መጠይቁን ያደረገላት ወንድማችን ኤልያስ ነው። ዘወትር እየመጣ ከኛ ከG&B ሚኒስትሪ ጋር አብሮን የሚያገለግል ወንድም ነው እና ቅድም እንደተባለው እንግዲህ ሙሉ ለሙሉ በእንግሊዘኛ ቢሆንም አንዳንዴ በአማርኛ ጣልጣል እያረጉ ቢያወሩም ምክንያቱም ዓላማው የእንግሊዘኛ ቋንቋ ብቻ ለሚናገሩ ልጆች እንዲደርስ ነው። ግን ሌሎችም ወላጆች ከዚህ ትምህርትን እንዲያገኙ ብለን ነው አስቸጋሪ ቢሆንም ወደ አማርኛ ሰብታይትል ያደረግነው። በጣም ብዙ የሚያስተምር ነገሮች እንደሆኑ ተስፋ አደርጋለሁ።
አዎ ሳሌምን እንግዲህ እግዚአብሔር ይባርክሽ ማለት እንፈልጋለን። ምክንያቱም በኮሌጅ ህይወቷ ያጋጠማትን ነገር በሙሉ በዝርዝር መልካምም የሆነውን ተጽዕኖ ያደረገባትንም የታገላትንም ነገር በግልጽ ለትምህርት እንዲሆን አቅርባለች። አንዳንዱን እኛም ስንሰማው እየገረመን ነበር። ነገር ግን እግዚአብሔር በዚህ ውስጥ ያሳለፋትንና ሌሎች ደግሞ ይሄን ቢሰሙበት ይጠቀማሉ ይጠነቀቃሉ የምትለው ነገር በሙሉ አስቀምጣለች። ይሄንንም አብራችሁ ተከታተሉ።
አሁን ዛሬ ወደ ተዘጋጀላችሁ የG&B Youth Ministry ፕሮግራም እንሻገራለን። መልካም ጊዜ።
እሺ ሰለሚ እንዴት ነሽ? አለለ ደህና ነሽ?
እግዚአብሔር
Welcome back.
Thank you.
How's life? አሁን ሙቭ ካረግሽ በኋላ እንዴት ነው?
How's life? Life is so good.
You know, because last time interview ካረግኳችሁ
yeah. What's your number? Like 2014.
Is it 14?
15.
So it's like 4-5 years?
Man, that's crazy.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
So how's life? ያን ኢንተርቪው ካረገን ጀምሮ እንዴት ነው?
Let me see.
ህይወት what's new?
Updates. Okay. So, I mean, since then, well, now I'm in college, you know. It's been 2 years since I've been in college. I went to Minnesota. I go to a Christian university there.
እሺ እና so you moved. Okay, tell me cuz ጥያቄ ማለት ጥያቄ ስላለኝ ጥያቄ.
Okay, I mean yeah, that's it. Like I've been there for 2 years. It's been a lot of experiences that I've gone through there, and you know, you ask, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow. እኔ መጀመሪያ ምን ይመስለኝ ነበር ምክንያቱም አስተዳደግሽ ቤት ውስጥ ነው አይደል?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
ዘመድ ጋር ምናምን ሄዶ ማደር ምናምን ነበር ድሮ?
No, that was hard too. እንኳን ጓደኛ ቤት ለመሄድ ዘመድ ቤት ራሱ ለመሄድ ከባድ ነበር።
እና ማደር ምናምን የለም።
I know. It was a struggle. Literally the whole neighborhood has to come and beg, you know, for us to ask permission.
ኮሚቴ ተቋቁሞ ምናምን።
Yep. Literally. Yeah.
እና በዛ መልኩ አላው ያደርጉሻል ታድሪያለሽ ምናምን ግን ይሄ ለ3 ለ4 ቀን ለሳምንት
Yeah.
ምናምን የለም።
That's so hard. Yeah.
ኦኬ አሁን ከእንደዛ አይነት በመጀመሪያ ኮሌጅ ስትሄጂ እዚህ አይደለም የሄድሽው ሺካጎ ውስጥ አይደለም
No.
ስለዚህ ከእንደዛ አይነት ያስተዳደግ ከእንደዛ አይነት ጥብቅ you know ያለ ወደ እንደዚህ አይነት ቦታ ስትሄጂ የመጀመሪያ ጥያቄ እነሱን መጀመሪያ ቆይ why do you want to go Minnesota ለምን why
okay, the first reason why I want to go to Minnesota was because of the school that I chose.
Okay.
And that was only because of my major. So my major, it's children ministry, okay?
Okay.
So when I decided to do children ministry, I was looking for schools easy. And I was looking at Concordia and like any Christian intin. And there was one Moody, but I did not even want to like register or like apply there because I felt like I was going to get it. So I just wanted to go somewhere else, you know? So the two options for me, and you know what's so funny too? I was thinking about Dallas, Rasu Lamhid, but I'm like, okay, that's just too far. So like something close, you know? No. So it was between Nashville and Minnesota. Okay. And so I chose Minnesota because I visited the place, and it was just like, but I'm not member. And the ministry there, in Klasacho, Mugbacho, the dorms, bro, literally you have your own. Yeah, it's just I'll just tell you, but like just an advice, when you go to like universities and you pick places, don't look at the curriculums and like the major. Yeah, take that note down. Yeah.
I have a 13-year-old, so
no, for real.
Yeah.
You know, look at the curriculums and just not, because the place was so beautiful. And
Minnesota.
Yes, okay. Minnesota alone. And they have like your own dorms, you have your own walk-in closet, a kitchen, like your own vanity and stuff like that. Basically it's your own apartment, but it's a dorm, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was between Nashville and Minnesota, and I chose Minnesota because it was a little closer. Because
nice
yes,
school?
It was nice school. It was
closer?
a little closer, and it has my major too.
You has my major.
Because it was very hard to find a school with my major in it.
Okay.
You know.
ስለ ሜጀር ምናምን ጠይቀሻለሁ።
እሺ።
ከዛ በፊት ግን ዝም ብዬ ነው ሳስበው ነው። አሁን ጌትሽና ብሩክታይት ብሩክታይት የሆነ ለመልቀቅ የምትቸገር ይመስለኛል። wrong ነኝ?
No, you're very right. It was so hard.
እንዴት ኮንቪንስ አደረግሻት?
Oh my god. Okay.
አንቺ ኮንቪንስ አድርገሻት ነው? Like
actually it was with my dad because I could not do it myself. It was so hard. Until first I had to convince my dad. Okay? So if I convince him, then me and my dad can convince my mom. Okay?
Strategy.
So you know, you gotta be smart with it.
Yes.
Okay? So yeah, I had to get ready to what my, you know, like what's my evidence, what's like my argumentative stuff, like every procedure that I'm going to go through with my, you know, argument. it has to be ready.
Okay.
And then I go to both my parents majority because I'm like, you know, unity, okay? So, you know, you have to make them feel special. So,
okay.
I'm like, nagakui. And then it was just like, we'll think about it. So then I'll have to go to my dad and be like, yo, you know, I'm really, this is
so
like
it's not,
legit.
it was a no. It was not a no.
It wasn't
It was,
no.
we think about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it was just like, I'm a selenium, you know, but I'm far away. No. Plus, I don't have any minimum bits of it like in Minnesota. You know, so I'm just by myself. Literally, I grew up under my parents' wings.
Yes.
And then I'm going to go to a state like 5-6 hours away. No, like family, friends I've met through conferences, and that's about it. You know?
That's why I'm asking you, how did you convince them? How?
It was, I just focused on my school because that's what they will into. And not any, I truly believe, like, I was like, I want to study children ministry and I want to go to this school and this school is going to help me. Okay. So I had to focus on that. And it wasn't like a strategy really. It's just like, that is really
what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so I convinced my dad and then my dad helped me to convince my mom.
Okay. So was your dad is like, sure, or
yeah, he was like, I don't know, but like at the same time he like, because he grew up where everything was no, so he's very like, so he knows my pain.
I see.
So that's why I target him, you know.
Kids these days, not too soft. እሺ
Yes.
Okay, now ጥያቄ ምንድን ነው? children ministry ነው። ኦኬ አሁን ሁሉ ጊዜም መቼ ነው ይሄ ነገር ወደ አይምሮሽ የመጣው? መቼ ነው ይሄን ነገር ለማድረግ? ከድሮም ነው ወይስ at one point something like
did it come to my head? It was literally okay, so senior year adela. And we graduate in May. I figured it out in like December or
okay.
I knew I want to do something with kids because I love kids and I have like a special connection total. So I'm like, I was being so difficult. I was like thinking like, okay, elementary to faith hedalo, and then I can do something. I just wanted to do something ministry. So I was like, I can, because I went for middle school. I went to Christian like middle school, or junior high,
Okay.
So I was like, I'm going to be like a junior high teacher or elementary teacher for at like a Christian ministry.
በፊትም ማለት ነው።
Yeah, that's what I thought in like until my senior year. So I was like, I'm going to study elementary education and then I'll go and like, you can do 2 years of ministry, you know, like just the ministry college or whatever. So I'm like, and then I'm going to go there and then I'm just going to mix it myself, BA, Sasib. And then I was sharing this with my dad and my dad was like, yeah, like during winter break, before I graduated from from high school, he's like, why don't you just study children ministry? I was like, oh, there's a ministry like that, you know? And then I Googled it and it was like children ministry, like all these schools came up from all the states. And I was like, oh my God, okay, so we're going to do this, you know? Like when I heard it out of my dad's mouth, I'm like, oh my God, this is it.
This is it.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you were sure at that moment. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. ግን ሁልጊዜ አንቺ growing up like you like interacting ከልጆች ጋር?
Yes,
you know?
with little kids. I was scared of people my age. Again, I was not scared.
Very comfortable with little kids.
Yes.
That's good. አሁን በጣም የሚገርመው ነገር አሁን ብዙ ቸርቾች ውስጥ በተለይ የአበሻ ቸርቾች ብዙ ጊዜ ፎከሱ ትልልቆች ላይ ነው እንጂ ትንሾች ላይ አይደለም። ብዙ ጊዜ ኮንፈረንስም ስናዘጋጅ ለትልልቆች ታሰብና ልጆችን የሚጠብቅ እንትና
ወላጆችን
ወይ ደግሞ ፕሮግራም ለልጆች እንኳን ሲደረግ ምንድነው 10-15 ደቂቃ ይሰጣቸውና እስቲ አንዴ ይዘምሩ ይዘምሩና ጮጮ ይሄዳሉ and then we go back to us. ግን ብዙ ጊዜ እነሱ የነገ ተረካቢዎች ናቸው ምናምን ግን really do እንደ ተረካቢ ናቸው የምንለውን ያህል ነው ወይ ኢንቨስት የምናደርግባቸው? ሶ በጣም የሚያስፈልግ ሚኒስትሪ ነው ለማለት ነው። በጣም በተለይ በእኛ ኮሚኒቲ ውስጥ በጣም እና now እሱን ማድረግ ፈለግሽ ሚኒሶታ ትምህርት ቤት አገኘሽ ሄድሽ ግን ከዛ በፊት ቅድም አንድ ነገር ብለሽ ነበር
ምንድነው ያልኩት
ሙዲ like you don't want to, you know that accept እንደሚያደርጉሽ and you don't want to because you wanted to move
to another state.
further.
Yeah.
Not far, but far enough.
Yeah, I did. Why?
May I ask why?
Okay, so as I think I mentioned earlier that I was raised under my parents' wings.
Yes.
So I was always stuck with them. Like even church ራሱ ቢሆን like they were our our Sunday school teachers, because we would not go to the youth program church we would always go to the big service, which is actually why I'm like more comfortable to talk to like my friends' parents than my friends themselves, like if they were not my friend, you know what I mean? Like it's anatoch my age, I am scared to talk to them, but I'm comfortable to talk to older people, like parents and stuff.
Okay.
Good. Like my friends, some of my friends, they're scared to talk to parents, and I'm more comfortable.
You're the opposite.
Yeah, I'm totally
Okay.
the opposite, and that's because I'm like Sadik. I was always with the adults and never with the young ones.
I see. Okay.
Yes, and so, but this like changed when I started to go to like youth conferences and stuff. And I became like a conference fanatic, because I'm like, oh my god,
Okay.
like all these people.
What am I missing?
Like,
What am I missing?
yeah, it's just like it's just so fun, But yeah, so I just always I was always with them, and I was always like, no, mehirat chim ከነሱ ጋር ምናምን. It's just like my parents had such a hard time of like trust issues to
Overprotective,
others.
yeah.
Yes, they were very protective, but they were like strict or something, like it wasn't like hell, but it was hell because I just wanted to hang out and have
Yes,
fun,
yes.
And so I couldn't do that. So I was like, okay, so this is my opportunity.
Yes.
When I plus when I was always with them, I wasn't just stuck with them. Like I would learn so many things, And so I'm like, okay, so like I learned so many things. I'm like, I'm ready to like experience.
So it was like
this.
theory. Now you want to go out there
Yes.
and then
Put that into actions.
put that into actions.
Yes.
Okay.
And so I'm like,
Okay, that's
so
why.
this is, yes,
Okay,
this
okay.
is my chance. And so that's why I didn't want to go way too far, like,
Just in case.
Yeah, because I'm like,
Yeah,
what if something
you're
happens?
within reach, yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to be just
Smart.
like 5 hours away.
Okay.
So yes, that is why I decided to go.
Yeah. The reason why I'm asking is, I have a 13-year-old. Most of the things that you're saying is kind of happening,
Oh, really?
and not. Sometimes it's hard to know what goes through your teenager's mind.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to understand what's going through her mind right now by asking you this. So,
Yeah.
but anyways,
Yeah.
so that's why. But I want to know, like, generally, how do they feel? Like, so if they grow up in an environment where, like, strict environment, so they tend to kind of, you know what, I'm gonna go out there and experience.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, to your ministry. So, the expectation, Misusan ሄደሽ አየሽው ሩሙ አሪፍ ነው ምናምን. So what was it like? He walked in first time, second day,
Oh, when I
third
got
day, fourth
accepted?
day. How was it? Yeah. How was the acceptance? Did they accept you like?
They did. They accepted me.
Okay.
But it was such an expensive school, and the tuition is like off the roof.
Okay.
So I'm like, I can't go to the school. But then my English, I had this AP teacher in high school, and he was like, you need to stop thinking about the money and just think about your education. The money will come like later.
Mano?
And my English teacher
Okay.
in high school, and then I was like, like Xavierum, so I'm like,
Yeah.
like, what do you
okay.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, are you trying to put me in debt? So like I was just like, you're right. Like this is just, I came here, like we moved to America for education, so I'm going to get the best that I can.
Yes.
So especially because like I was like, it's okay if the money is a lot, because I know the school is so good.
Yeah.
Because so many people, whenever I tell them, like adults, like ወላጆች ምናምን ministry ውስጥ ነው የምገባው. Okay, so what's your minor? Like they want to know what is my backup plan other
Backup
than
plan.
ministry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, like this is so important,
Yeah.
And
This
so,
is it.
but they didn't make it like such a like ትልቅ ነገር, like just ትንሽ ነገር easily ስላደረጉት, I'm like, I need to get the best education so I can get like on top,
Yes.
when I graduate.
Yes.
So, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. So I went, and I tried any financial aid that I can get. I started any scholarship. I applied to everything that I can, and then it was just like, honestly, the yes, like when I decide, the reason why I decided to like go to that school, and I knew that I could afford it, is because I got this scholarship like the scholarship application ended in December, but I applied in February. Like everything was just God, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I
that's
got
how
a
you
lot
know.
of money.
That's how you know.
Yes, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, God. So like everything started falling into place, and I was like, wow, everything's so smooth, and I'm not like stressed out about anything, and I'm like, okay, bet. So this is it, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's when I decided. So the application process was like that.
Okay.
Like it was through God because I could not afford that.
Yeah. Okay. So, you want to spread your wings and fly
Yeah.
and experience the world out there without your parents, breathing down your neck.
Yeah.
But እና ሄደሽ ስታዩ ሁሉ ነገር እንደጠበቅሽው አገኘሽው? So how was your first impression? እንዴት ነበር ስትጀምሪ? The first day, second day, third day? ትምህርት ቤቱ ማለት ነው።
Yeah. So like first day, first week and all that. Actually, I was so excited. I remember my mom told me this like a few months ago that she was so like heartbroken because when she dropped me off, I just left. I didn't even say goodbye. I was so excited to be free. I was so ready. I just like walked away and they were like so shook.
Really?
Yeah, they were like they told me later on, like a few months ago, that they were like in the car in silence and they were like
Did she really do that?
Yeah. But yes, so I was super excited to be by myself and it was really fun. The first few months I was just like getting to know new people and I had a church too that I already knew because of like conference connections. So it was like, yeah, it was so fun. First month, a few months, the first semester was pretty good. Yeah, my whole first year was actually, it was such an experience. Okay, it was like, it went from like up here to like down here, okay?
Really?
Yes, and this is because I want to advise like girls that go to
Please do.
college. Okay, so I would say your first year, just like no, because like just get this from me because I'm such an ignorant, like not ignorant, what is it? Stubborn. Okay, I'm such a stubborn person. And I was like, oh, like your first year, just focus on your school. They're like, no boys, no nothing. I'm like, yeah, I heard all this before, you know? And
yeah.
like, but, I was raised by my parents and like, they're smart. They've educated me. I got wisdom. I've been prayed for.
Yeah.
I can handle this.
Yeah.
You cannot handle it, okay? No, your first year, first 2 years, if you want to be smart with it, just don't date, okay? Because especially like I went to like a college and a state that I don't really know, have no family there too, and so it's just don't date your first year.
See, now I'm gonna have to change my questions. You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Okay.
But I'm gonna ask you straight up.
Okay.
So you went there.
Yes.
You started dating someone.
Yes.
Okay, so that's right.
Yes.
And it was, you're saying you shouldn't have.
Yes. I
Right?
should not have. Yeah.
Okay, so because why? You lose your
Because-
concentration.
You do lose your concentration, your
Okay.
focus, and everything.
Okay.
Because you are trying to, first of all, you're trying to balance out and get used to the atmosphere and the state and
Okay.
everything. And you're trying to get used to the school that you're in because everyone is super new.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to get used to like trying to find like your close friends and stuff like that and trying to make your way into like the church,
Yeah.
that area. And so it's like, and then you're like now adding more extra stuff and it's like now you have to like be smart with it and
Yeah.
then you also have to focus on your school and get your grades up. So it's just like all these
And then
things.
feelings are involved.
Yeah,
and
and
there's
so
up
how are
and
you
down.
gonna juggle all
Okay.
these things, you
Got
know?
it. Okay, good advice.
Yes. So that's why I would say,
Okay.
because if you let the first year just be your main top things, just like your social life, your school, and like your grades and your homework and stuff like that, and then your like relationship with God, because like if I have all these relationships that's just like piling on me,
Yeah.
then how am I like
Manage.
where is God going to be on all this? How am I going to find space for him too?
Yeah.
So you have to be like smooth with it. You have to just like step by step, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So that everything doesn't just crumble up on you.
Okay.
So that's why I would say like first year, kind of second year, just be stable. And
Okay.
after you're stable,
Okay.
then go ahead.
Okay.
You know?
So it was a learning experience for you.
Yes.
So we'll get back to dating
Okay.
more in depth next time.
Okay.
So my next question is, so we get back to, so Ahon, are you learning? What are like your major is still
Children ministry.
children ministry,
Yes. But now I
And
decided to go
you-
somewhere.
and yes, and you went to Minnesota
Yes.
for 2 years,
yes.
and my understanding that you didn't want to finish it there,
Yeah.
and you want to move to Dallas.
Yes.
Tell me why and how the Dallas thing came about and
Mm-hmm.
the whole 9 yards.
Okay. Like I have never experienced so much racism and so much like ignorance in my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it is a private institution. Yeah, and it's just a lot
Christian
of
institution.
Yes.
Okay.
And so like a university, you know, and so like there's a lot of Caucasian people that come like
So it's a predominantly
white school.
Okay.
And I didn't think much of it. And
Yeah.
so I was just like, you know, like white people, I've seen them on TV,
Yeah.
like, you know, it's like whatever. And I was so like, it was such a, I was just in this like dandy land of, you know, racism was back in the day, and sure, I still like hear things on the TV and stuff, but that's not gonna happen to me, you know. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna experience that.
Yeah.
And I've experienced so much, and I'm just like, and also I've been like so like dumb to the fact that I'm not really African. I'm not even, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's not me. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be. No,
Yeah.
it don't matter. Like your skin is black. That's it.
That's it.
You know, like you're
Yeah.
in it. And so yeah, I was just like, of course, like I should experience this, and like it's a good experience for me. But at the same time, I just don't want. I will get to it. Honestly, it's been a good experience, but I will get to it when I'm out in like the real world. Like right now, I just want to focus on my school, and I don't need all these like distractions of,
Yeah.
you know. And so I already like deal with this like outside of school, and I don't need to deal with it inside of school too. And like in my classes and all this stuff, like let's say in the class it's just gonna be me who's a black person, and I never saw, like I never thought of it that way. But
Yeah.
if like
Until something happens.
yeah, and so
yeah.
some type of topic happens, everyone will like look at me. It's like, what's up? You know?
Yeah.
And like they'll think I'm gonna react some way because I am black.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
not going to get
Yeah.
up and like scream or yell or whatever,
Yeah.
you know? So yeah, it's just, and like they'll,
But those are like stereotypical things that people like they
think of us.
automatically assume that you would react in a certain way and stuff.
Yeah.
Is that necessarily a bad thing? Or what I'm saying is like, did something that really makes you wait, they're not supposed to do this. Did something like that happen? Like during the
It
course
never
of
happened to
Okay.
me, but
It's
it has
this-
happened around
Oh,
my
okay.
group of friends or like a mutual friend or something like that.
Okay.
You know, they would be very like I know for one of my close friends, like a year before I came, she just like it's just an expressive way of just like she posted a Black Lives Matter on her door, and so and like when she came back or something, that was like crumbled and like thrown on the, you know, or we have like this rock that we paint whatever, like
Yeah.
just express ourselves, and
Yeah.
anyone could paint it. And so this was a time where like Black Lives Matter was like, you know, big, and so well still is, but like, you know, back then everyone was just talking
Yeah,
about
when it
all
was
the
like
time. Yes.
on the news like every single day.
Yes.
Yes.
And so that time it was like someone painted it on the rock, and then someone else crossed that out and said Blue Lives Matter, and then someone else crossed out and said like
Yeah.
All Lives Matter.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, you know, like
Well, like I said, like for example, the reactions that you get when you're the only black person in class, and then when a topic comes up that has something to do with black, and they would turn around and look at you. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but it's something that they, you know, it's like I said, it's like a stereotype. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you know what? Is she gonna?
yeah,
Some
say
people,
something.
some people may not necessarily think. They may not be racist, But
Yeah,
you say,
okay,
oh, is she gonna
yeah.
oh, is she gonna feel bad? You know, it could be like that's why I
Yeah.
asked you all these questions.
Yeah.
But what you said now is a very clear
Yeah.
indication that it exists.
Yeah.
Not good, especially in Christian schools.
Yes. And the last reason why I decided to like leave the school is because it's more focused on academic, and and it's not really like in my spirituality and in like just I there's not much of a practice in that, and it's all like academic, like curriculums and like and I'm like, but I want to like get in depth with like connecting with the Holy Spirit, or like getting intimate with like God and stuff like that, and so I wanted classes like that. And when I had that advising like meeting with my substitute advisor, I decided to look to other schools, and then I was talking to friends and stuff, and again someone told me, like a friend of mine was like, oh, have you ever heard of Christ for the Nations school? And I was like, no, I haven't. And it's like they were like, it's kind of like Bethel school, but not really. And I started looking into it, and it was in Dallas, and I'm like, okay, bet. So I hit up my friends in Dallas, and I was like, hey, do you know like anyone? And there was one Ethiopian that went to that school, and I went to the website, and I saw there was like a lot of like Caucasian, seems to be Caucasian, but later on I found out it's Brazilian people, and I'm like, oh my God, I have never met a Brazilian person in my life. It was so exciting because I went there to
this experience made you sensitive
yeah
to this issue
yeah
more than you were
Yeah.
before you joined the university.
Yeah.
Okay.
yes, it did.
Okay.
And so I went, I visited the school for like a campus day, and I was so shocked because I'm like, oh my God, this is it. Like, this is the school that I am able to grow spiritually and exercise my, and exercise my ministry through it, because they have classes that will like help me through that. Like, there was classes like Holy Spirit class or like spiritual warfare class. Have you ever heard of a spiritual warfare class?
So those classes are not available
No.
there. Okay.
No. And like there's classes like personal discipline and stuff like that, and all these things I know are going to help me for
Personal
my
discipline. That sounds
Yes.
really, really, really,
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
yes.
We all need to go there. Now, I want to know more about the Dallas, and I want to talk to you about your future. What do you see 5 years from now? Where do you see yourself? Like, we'll look at it. But before we go there, I want to ask one very important question. Question. I think, like, here's, like, if I'm wrong, then you can correct me. But the number one challenge is peer pressure. If I'm wrong, okay? Because you want to go somewhere, you want to do this, you want to do that. You don't want to do this, but you want to do this, right? So all the things that influence your decision in most cases is what the majority of your friends want. Even if you don't want to do it, you don't want to be, you don't want to feel like antisocial, or you don't want to be isolated. So I don't want to do it. But you know what? Did that happen to you? Did that happen to you, or how did you deal with it?
Yes, of course, everyone experiences that.
Yeah.
And I have dealt with it, and honestly, it was just okay. So there are so many times where like all my friends, even if I'm going to a Christian school, they would want to like go out to party or something like that,
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's not too bad, but like the outcome of that is like getting drunk, or like something bad is gonna happen eventually, or something, like even if it doesn't happen that night, it's gonna happen if you keep on doing it, or and so I never went. I went once.
Okay.
And I remember that night because I think my mom is so super close to the Holy Spirit, because this woman, the one night that I've always said no, but the one night that I went, she texted me, she's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm out. She's like, where are you going? And I'm like, how does she know? You know? And I'm like, I've never shared my
Did
location.
somebody call her?
Yeah, I was just like, you wouldn't. And I'm like, there's no tracker, there's no nothing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
she's not good with like all that technology stuff. So I'm like,
That's weird.
You
Yeah.
know? And so I was like, I'm driving. And she's like, where are you driving? Because she knows I had no car that year.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm driving my friend's car. And she was like, no, you need to go back. I'm like, no. I'm like, okay, I will. You know, but I didn't. I went with it. And I didn't have a good night.
Okay.
You know? And I was
okay.
like, man, I should
Should've
listen to my... Literally, after my first year, I went that winter break and I apologized.
So you were kind of pressured
Yes.
to go to places where you don't want to go.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
everyone went to it. So
I'm not saying,
yeah.
you
No,
know,
I feel
but
you.
it's just normal, right?
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I asked my niece,
Mm-hmm.
I asked her the same question, but she was in high school.
Okay.
I got asked all these questions because sometimes, what should I tell my daughter?
Yeah.
You know? So I asked, what's the challenge? I asked like teenagers. So this is what she told me. She told me that her friends would party, would do
Praise them.
things it's really, really hard to hear.
Yeah.
But she told me, you would think that it's shocking, but in our world, it's becoming
It's
a lot
the
of
norm.
a lot of things that are really, really hard to hear. Very like what we think are disgusting are becoming normal.
Yeah.
So she told me all those things were happening around me, and then one of her best friends started hanging out with those group, and she told me, and I told her, if you keep hanging out with them, you're never gonna,
Oh,
you're not
snap.
gonna be my friend. I'm like, whoa, stop.
She's too mature. What?
No. I'm like, and she was in high school, and I thought, where did you get this courage?
Yeah.
Because
That's your
she's
best
risking
friend.
isolation,
Yes.
bullying, probably, a lot of backstabbing and
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
like that.
for sure.
So I thought, what did your parent do? What did they
Yeah.
tell you?
Yeah.
I want to know
Yeah.
because I want my daughter to have this confidence, right?
Yeah.
And I know the confidence comes from knowing how God sees you.
Yeah.
If you know exactly how God sees you,
Mm-hmm.
how God, if we see each other the way God sees us,
Yeah.
that's it, because most of us guilty. We don't.
Yeah.
So we care too much about what people think,
Oh my God, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So this is what she told me. Yes, my parents told me, gave me good advice. She said, but the most important thing that helped me, stand up and say, stood up for myself and say, you know what? You can go. I don't want to do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
She told me her church has this is why I told you, your ministry is extremely, extremely important, because that's actually what saved her. So she told me,
Really?
my church has a very, very strong youth group,
Yeah.
and they meet every Wednesday. They do a lot of activities, and they were very, very close. She said, I don't have to belong to this group. I have a group that I
Yeah.
belong to.
Yeah.
So it made me feel like, so people want to belong to a group.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Yeah.
But making an environment, if we make this environment available to our kids,
Yeah.
where they feel safe, a very healthy environment,
Yeah.
very healthy group, then they can say, you know what? I have a group that I belong to.
Yeah.
So that's where you come in.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, it sounds like you're interviewing me. I should interview you. But it's very important.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking you, how did you deal with it? With all, because she's in high school.
Yeah.
She's in college right now.
Yeah.
So that continues in college, right? I
Yeah.
think maybe it gets worse
Yeah.
in college.
Yeah.
Partying and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, I was
I
kind
don't
of
know
gonna
if
say
you want to add anything to it. But
no. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Okay. So I was gonna continue with that actually.
Okay.
So it's like a perfect thing to add, that you added that. For me, so like after all that happened and all, I was just trying to fit in, like obviously,
Yeah.
you know,
Which is normal.
Yes, because it's like this is where I sleep, this is where I go to school, so I'm like trying
That's
to
where you
know?
live.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm like, I'm just trying to find my way, but like I saw like the people around me, and I'm like, I don't really like, you know, I'm not really comfortable and I'm not really being myself. So, but I have this church that I go to and everyone is super close. So I was like, okay, so this is my way. Cause like, I was trying to fit my way into like the school just because, like I said, like I never had like a Sunday school or like a youth group or anything like that before since I was a kid. So it's just like, how do I even do that, you know? So I'm like, now I had to go out of my comfort zone and like fit my way into this church that I go to. Okay. And so that literally the way that your niece said is what helped me too. So I'm like, even if I lose you, even if you guys are like my close friends and I, you know, like that doesn't go, I still have a group over here. And so, and then not only was I just like friends with them, I was in like all the ministries that was happening in that church. Okay. So then I went into the worship team, and then I went to like any like home groups meetings that's like, home groups that happen. And then I started going into like Bible studies that be going on in the church and launch team meetings because our church is launching. So and so all these things. So it's like now I'm like busy. I have no time. I don't even think about my church, like my school friends. You know, like they try to hit me up and be like, hey, you know, let's hang out instead of me hitting them up. I'm like, I'm so bored. Like, you know, let's just do something. You know, or like let's go and waste money and just eat food. But this way, I'm like, I'm wasting money, but I'm having a fellowship, which is why like Christ really emphasizes that, to have a fellowship, but have a good people that you're surrounded by. Yes. So it's like, if you lose someone over here, it's okay because you got like people behind your back, but not only they're not just people, but they're godly people. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And so through that, I was like, the peer pressure really didn't get to me after that. Like,
okay.
You know?
That's a very good point. Yeah. I think because a lot of teenagers struggle with this. That's why I'm asking.
Fellowship, man.
Okay. So now,
my future.
It's been 2 years on your own. You've learned tons and tons of things, I would say, by now. Still a lot to learn. So before we go to the future, in the last 2 years, what was the communication like with your parents? Like, do you call on a daily basis? Like, where are you, kind of?
Yeah.
How often? Were they okay after a while? You know, they were, you know, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Did they let go? They're still...
I think I'm actually closer to them than before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How so?
Because they're being more like friends than parents, you know? So then it's like the more your kids are growing, you have to like be cool, you know? I don't know how else to explain. It's just like you just have to kind of let loose and like make them make mistakes, and then when they make mistakes, you have to be a no judgment zone, you know? So where they come and like
allow
ask
them
for
to make
advice.
mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so my parents did that for me. So then whenever I do something or like there's a conflict literally with anything, like I'll just like call them and be like, hey, this happened. But let me be honest, I don't tell them everything because, you know, like some things y'all don't need to know. Like let me just do it myself. But my relationship with them is getting more close because it's like, okay, now I'm kind of getting to the mature age and I need your advice and like your experiences in these type of things, you know, especially because I'm in the church and they are like they have so much experiences in the church. Yes. So I'm like, okay, this is what's happening, or this is like this is what's happening in the pastor or the elders, or like this is what's happening with my kids, and I need to, how should I teach them? I used to call my dad every every Saturday to like figure out. I was always so last minute with things, so it's like, how do I what song should I like come up, or like you were
yeah. And let me tell you something. I think you told them about... But let me tell you about your dad. I'm not saying this because it's your dad. We could be in a very interesting conversation. We don't want anybody to interrupt us. When you call, okay, I have to go.
Oh, really?
Seriously. It's like, okay, Salem needs me.
Yeah.
He just gets up, even if he's in our house, he'll just go home. I have to go. FYI.
Oh, I remember he was in your house and then he walked out and then he's like, let me call you back. And then he calls me back and he's at the studio. I'm like, what?
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's really nice. Yeah. It's like, I know that like they prioritize me,
Yes.
and like that makes me feel
Yes.
good. So like
Yeah.
I know I can always count on them and always
Yeah.
call them, you know. So yeah, just like, and also make like when I see how they don't make their friends like I am more
Yes.
than like their
That
friends.
helps.
That like I see that a lot, and like most parents don't do that. It's like, you know, I'm with my friends
Yeah,
right now. Like
yeah.
I'll call you later.
Yeah.
But like, and then that makes them like, oh, now who am I going to turn to? You know. But
Yes.
you are the parents, so you
Yes.
have to make them feel like they
You
are
have to be
so
available.
important.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, because of that, I am more close.
Witness.
Yeah.
A witness.
You
Yeah.
witness it.
With I'm sure there are things that you'd say, okay, you know what, when you were living with them,
Yeah.
there are things that would tell you that here they go again, da, da,
Yep.
da, da.
Oh my God,
and then
yeah.
when you're by yourself, you're like, wait a minute, now I get it.
Yeah. Oh, so many. Let me
Yeah?
tell you, I have called my mother so many
Okay.
times. I'm like, Mom, thank you. I'm like,
Yeah?
Mom, remember this time you told me this is what happened, you know?
Okay.
And I'll call her and like tell her like, oh, because she's the one that nags, you know? And I
Yeah.
hated it. But now I'll call her and be like, nag me a little more. Like, I need
I
more
don't hear
back, you know?
Okay.
And so, yeah. And so now, I remember my last year, my senior year, I did not, it's not like my relationship was bad. It was just like I was always arguing with my mom. But then now we're like super close because I'm like, yeah, I need more
Yeah.
of that advice.
Yeah.
You know, like I need your cautiousness, like that's actually helpful.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So like, you know, tell me more. But then when she like pushes it, I'm like, no, Mom, you kind
Okay,
of
okay.
have to be cool with this
Yeah,
one, you
yeah,
know? Like,
okay.
Mom, if you keep doing this, like I'm not gonna tell you, so you need to be
Yeah,
chill with it.
that's right.
So yeah.
Good. So parents should keep doing that, even if their kids roll their eyes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because they may not respond to it right away, but it will help them down the
But
road.
also, if
Okay.
you keep nagging, we will not like
Block it.
turn to you, you know. So you have to be cool with it.
Okay.
You know,
Are you saying like when you live with them or after you move? Or in both cases?
both.
Both cases.
Yeah.
So you have to know the limit.
Yeah.
Okay. You have to know
There's
when
a
to
limit.
stop, when to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't push it to me.
All right. So
Yeah.
we can talk about this forever.
Yeah.
But now I want to know the future. Like what's
future?
Future 5 is what does it have in store for you? What do you see like 5 years from now, 10 years
Yeah.
from now? What's your plan? What do you want to do?
So okay, well, first thing, the reason why I wanted to do children ministry, of course, I love kids, but I wanted to do this because, well, I've mentioned it a few times. Of my parents were my Sunday school teachers, basically. So I was always with the upstairs service for older people, and this is because like I learned more from my parents than I would in the Sunday school, you know, and like I like their ways of teaching things rather than the church like way.
Yeah.
And it's either like someone's parents or like I've heard this story so many times, and I like my parents said it the better way of like explaining everything, and so I'm like I don't even want to go there, you know. But the thing is that most kids don't have the opportunity of like having a parent that will sit down and like every Friday, you know, like tell them a story, and like they'll just
Especially
think,
here.
yeah, and
Because
so
everybody's working.
Yep.
Yeah.
yes, and so or they'll think like, oh, they went to Sunday school, so they've learned stuff in church, I don't need to explain to them again. Or
Yeah.
some parent, like even for me, not only from church, but like even when my parents pick me up from school, like they'll be like, how was your day? Like tell me everything that went down, and then they'll like advise me on like whatever, even a friendship conflict that happened, even if I'm third grade or something, you know. So but like parents here, they'll pick up their kids from school, but they won't even ask them like what they learned. What
Yeah.
did your Sunday school teacher teach you today, or something like that, you know? So I was like, I need to like create an environment and just focus on this, because it's like I've gone through this, and I want to help other kids, you know, that's gonna be coming up. And not only people that don't have like a good Sunday school teacher or like a good children ministry, but even like people like me, because there was no good, you know,
Yeah.
children ministry. I was always with the upstairs, so it was hard for me socially to like blend in with people my age and like
So
communicate.
that
with them.
kind of has not so positive effects.
Yeah.
It would have helped if
Yeah.
you went through that
Yeah.
kind of environment.
Yes.
Okay.
And I get jealous of people that have grown up in the same Sunday school since they were kids, because now they're like grown, like a decade friendship or something like that. My friendships are like with my cousins or like with a family friend or something like
Yeah.
that, you know, so I don't have, you know. So yes, I decided to do that. And then there's also, you know, the parents that.
So just to understand it, you know, you have this experience with your parents, and you go to church. They will teach Sunday school, but you've heard it from your parents, but in a very nice, and you like this way better than this.
Yeah.
So you want to bring this experience to your, you know, the kids.
Yes.
You want to give them that experience.
And the experience your niece has gone through. That's what
Exactly.
what I want.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like other kids to experience, or like
Yes.
there are some parents who, like, I just want kids to be excited to go to church. Okay.
Okay.
Because they're not, and they're like, I don't want to
Yes.
get up, you know.
Yes.
And it's like I want every Sunday. Like now for me, when I get up every Sunday, like I'm excited to go to church because I know what happens. I love my community in the church, and I love what's going to, like, I love the worship that happens. I love the preaching that happens. So it's like exciting for me to go, and I want that drive and the passion for other kids too, you know.
Yes.
And it can also be a safe space for people of like for kids, where if your parents are always arguing, you can always come to church and you're excited about it, and you get to meet with God and you get to talk to Him and all this stuff. And so, but anyway, yeah. So my plan is kind of like, how is it, like a consultant kind of thing, where
You travel.
yes. And so whenever
Because if you're
a preacher,
one place, you're only serving the community, and there is going to be. So that's actually, I like that.
yes.
Because
So-
you're going to be you're going to cover as much place as
Yes.
you can, and make as much impact,
Yes.
as many impact as you can. Okay.
Yes. And so, well, not preacher, but like whenever a church like reaches out to me and be like, hey, we kind of need help in our
Yes.
children ministry, and we want to make it like the main thing, you know, because that should be the main focus, the children, because they're the
Okay.
next, you know. So so then I'll go in and I'll just like, you know, change up the whole thing, you know, kick out all the
Structure.
parents,
Yeah.
and then bring in, I will be the connection or
Okay.
for people, because I don't think people knew that I wanted to be like a Sunday school teacher, you know. And there are people like me who want to serve in the children ministry, but they don't know how to connect to that. So
Yes.
I can be the connector.
The connector. Okay.
You know,
The bridge.
and yes, I can be the bridge
Yes.
for that.
Okay.
And I know how to speak Amharic, and I know how to speak English, so then that could be like a more, you
Plus.
know. Yes, and I've even heard that not only like Abisha churches go through this difficulty in their children ministry, but like Mexicans or like even others.
Oh, okay. So you're
You know?
thinking international.
Yes, I'm like,
Oh.
I'm ready for it, you know.
That's
I'm
good.
Like, yeah.
Yes.
So like
But definitely the Habesha Church definitely needs this kind of
Yeah.
ministry.
yeah.
I mean, yes.
My dad asked me when I was deciding to, like, you know, even go to Dallas and like go to another school that's actually going to do something for my career and for my ministry. He was like, "Are you serious about this? Like, what are you really going to, you know,
Yeah.
do? What's your plan?" And I told him, and I was like, "You are not just a singer. You know, you produce music, you edit stuff, you train worship teams, and you train individuals. You do like marriage counseling, any counseling, and all these things. But you are a singer, you know, and I'm going to be a children minister, but I'm going to do so many things in that, you
Yeah.
know. And so
Not going to
I
be
know.
limited to your title.
no,
Yeah.
I'm going to do so many things. I even like hair, so I might be a hairstylist, you know. I might own a salon, you know, and that's one of my dreams. Or I want to like not just like help Ethiopia, but like help any third world countries. So, you know, I might open an orphanage, like a real one, or, you know, just whatever. I want to do so many things,
So many
and
things,
it's just like
okay.
not one thing,
Okay.
you know. So
Okay. That's good.
okay,
I like this. What I want to, because I'm not an expert, but I'm just going to tell you what I heard. Wanting to do so many things is good,
yeah,
but trying to accomplish all of them at the same time
so hard.
is not only so hard. You're not gonna be like a good,
Yeah.
perfect, like an expert on one thing.
Yeah.
You'll be like you'll have like limited knowledge on this and that and that.
Yeah.
So, isn't it good like to have one dream, focus on that, and you know, like, for example, like you say, I want to have an orphanage. I'm going to go for that. I'm not saying it's wrong or right.
Yeah.
I'm just asking, like, conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, okay, you know what, if I want to do this and that at the same time, you know, I'm going to be confused at one point.
Yeah.
You know what, I'm going to focus on this, do this first, and then, Is that the way you...
Yes.
Okay.
Children ministry is my main focus.
Okay.
And then all the others are like extras. That I'm going to be
Okay.
doing.
Okay.
And I can't accomplish it
It's
myself.
clear.
I need connections and I need people.
Yes.
Like this hair thing, I will own it, but someone else is going to manage it.
Okay.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? So
Okay.
it's like I'm not going to be in charge of like everything.
Bin,
Because
bin,
then
bin. Okay.
I'm just going to be like stretched out. It's
Yeah.
not gonna,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You answered my question.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing.
You thought it through. That's good. I'm so excited to have this time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for spending time with me.
Thank
Hopefully
you
we'll
for having
continue the conversation. I have so many questions. Some we may record, some we may not. Good to see you, Salem.
me. It's you too.
All right.
ስለነበረን ጊዜ ቆይታ እግዚአብሔርን እናመሰግናለን። ተስፋ እናደርጋለን ሳሌም ካካፈለቻቸው ምክሮች ከልምዷ ብዙ ነገር እንደተማራችሁ ተስፋ እናደርጋለን። በነገራችን ላይ በይበልጥ ሴት ልጆች ያሏችሁ ወላጆች ሳሌም ብትደውሉላት ኢሜል ብታደርጉላት አንዳንድ ምክሮችን በህይወቷ ያሳለፈችውን ለማካፈል በጣም ፈቃደኛ ናት። በእኛ በኩል በሚኒስትሪያችን የኢሜልና የስልክ አድራሻ ማግኘት ትችላላችሁ። በመተማርበትም በዚህ ትምህርት ላይ ልናግዛት እንፈልጋለን፣ ካጠገቧ ልንሆን እንፈልጋለን፣ በገንዘብም በሐሳብም ልንረዳት እንፈልጋለን የምትሉ ከዚህ ፕሮግራም ጋር አያይዘን የምናቀርበው ሊንኩን ተጠቅማችሁ በቀጥታ እሷን ማግኘት ትችላላችሁ። እግዚአብሔርን ስለሁሉ እናመሰግናለን።
እንግዲህ በዚህ አመት ወደ ኮሌጅ የገቡ ወደ ሃይ ስኩል የገቡ ተማሪዎችን በሙሉ በሚገጥማቸው አዲስ ልምምድና የተለያየ ውጥረቶች እና ትግሎች ውስጥ እግዚአብሔር እንዲያሳልፋቸው ከክፉ እንዲጠብቃቸውና መልካም የትምህርት ጊዜ እንዲሆንላቸው አምሯቸው እንዳይበከል ትምህርታቸው እንዳያቋርጡ ደግሞም ላቋርጡትም ልጆች በተለያየ ምክንያት ለተሰነካከሉ እግዚአብሔር እንዲመልሳቸው ማስተዋል እንዲሰጣቸው እንዲረዳቸው በጸሎት እነዚህ ልጆች ለእግዚአብሔር እናቀርባለን። ይህን ጸሎት ጌታ ያውቃል ይመራናል። ከእርሱ ጋር እንጸልያለን።
አብረን ሁላችንም እንጸልይ። እግዚአብሔር አምላካችን ሆይ እናመሰግንሃለን። በዛሬው ክፍለ ጊዜያችን ስለተላለፈው መልእክት በሳሌም ህይወት ውስጥ ስላደረከው ነገር እናመሰግንሃለን። በዚህ ሰዓት ከህፃናት ጀምሮ እስከ አዋቂ እስከ ወጣቶች ድረስ ወደ ኮሌጅ ወደ ዩኒቨርሲቲ እስከሚገቡት ልጆች ድረስ በዚህ አመት ትምህርታቸውን ለጀመሩ ሁሉ በፊት ይዘናቸው እንቀርባለን። ዕውቀትን ማስተዋልን ጥበብን እንድትሰጣቸው እንለምንሃለን። በጓደኛ በአስተማሪ አብሯቸው በሚማሩ በትምህርት ቤቱ ዙሪያ በሚገጥማቸው ተግዳሮት ሁሉ ማለፍ የሚችሉበትን ጥበብና ዕውቀት ማስተዋልንም ጨምርላቸው። ትምህርታቸውን በተለያየ ምክንያት ያቋረጡ ባለመማርም ሊሆን ይችላል፣ ትምህርትን ባለመፈለግ እንደዚሁም የሚማሩበትን ገንዘብ በማጣት እንደዚሁም ደግሞ እግዚአብሔር ሆይ በተለያየ አይነት ምክንያት በጤና ምክንያት መማር ያልቻሉትንም ልጆች እንድታስብ እንለምንሃለን። ቀሪ ዘመናችን ይህ የትምህርት ዘመን የተባረከ ይሁን። የሚያስተምሩትን አስተማሪዎች በማስተዋልና በሸክም እንዲያስተምሩ ደግሞ አስተማሪዎችንም እርዳ። በጌታ በኢየሱስ ስም አሜን።
እንግዲህ ስለነበረን ጊዜ ጌታን እጅግ አድርገን እናመሰግናለን። በጣም ብዙ ነገር እንደተማራችሁ እናውቃለን። ነገር ግን ይሰሙ ዘንድ ይገባቸዋል ለምትሏቸው ወጣቶች በተለይ ወደ ኮሌጅ ወደ ሃይ ስኩል ለሚገቡ ይሄንን ትምህርት እንዲሰሙና እንዲካፈሉ እንዲጠቀሙ ሊንኩን እንድታስተላልፉ ወይም ሼር እንድታረጉ እንጠይቃችኋለን። በሚቀጥለው ሳምንት በሌላ ዝግጅት እስከምንገናኝ ጌታ ከሁላችን ጋር ይሁን። በሰላም ቆዩን።
I'm a